So this is a veggie cookup. I had add a teaspoon of butter. Just gonna chip in my onion here. And remember, this is cookup, it all have to boil down. So this is 1 bowl of rice. Let me show you the bowl. 1 bowl, 1 butter bowl rice. And to that I'm using 1 coconut, 1 whole coconut grated. So you're using the coconut milk. Now I'm adding in the garlic, so that's 2 onions. And seasoning vary according to your taste. Tiny thyme. A bit of salt. Hardman pork. Commonly known as basil. My 4 seasoning pepper. Fry the rice and then we're going to add our coconut milk. Wash my hands. Add in my rice. This rice already been washed. So this is a simple vegetable cookup. Not really necessarily vegetable, but no meat cookup. No meat and fish, no rank. As you will see. The only difference with this cookup, same ingredients, just you add your meat. If you're a meat lover, if you're a fish lover, you add your fish. Then fried chicken will be going with my cookup, so no meat inside. Now, when the rice, and that's your freshly onion, garlic, finely thyme, marred pork, we have the seasoning pepper. We're going to add some dry ingredients now. I don't cook with much seasoning. This is Chinese spice. Goes very well with your cookup. I got a little bit, squeeze it a little bit, no? All-purpose seasoning. All-purpose seasoning. We're going in with some black pepper. Let's finish. Cayenne pepper. A little touch of aji. Chicken seasoning. Just a little touch of each of these dry ingredients, not much. We're gonna add some fresh celery. This is shallot. Shallot. Let me go in with some celery. The proportion of celery to shallot more than celery, right? You don't want to overflavor the food with celery, not getting that high celery taste. On here, and then we're going to add our coconut, fresh coconut milk. Already smelling so good. No salt being added there yet. Now chicken cube is salt, right? So I'm adding 1 cube to this bowl of rice, 1 cube. We don't want to over salt our food, so we're throwing in like half tablespoon of salt, and when it's about to finish, we taste and add if it's more necessary. Stir here, and we're going to add our coconut milk. This coconut, my hands are clean, so I'll be squeezing to get out the milk from the coconut flesh. Here, see that white milk? That is what we're looking for. Squeeze because we want to get all the milk out of our coconut. So in order to do that, we have to add water. We have to add water to the coconut, right? Now we need one of this strainer. You strain the milk to separate the coconut flesh from the milk. You only want the milk, not the coconut. This is what we're going to do. You're going to take all of the flesh, put it in the strainer here. And squeeze. Now, come here. We're going to add more water to this same coconut and squeeze it for a second time. So don't be too quick to throw away your strainer. Keep it for a second. Squeeze. Second strain. You can use your 2 hands, you can use 1 hand, up to you. In this case, I'm multitasking, so I'm using 1 hand to squeeze the coconut and 1 hand to hold the strainer afterwards. Adding in a second coconut milk here. Take it out. When you're soaking this fresh coconut, don't use plenty water to squeeze the coconut milk, because it will be very thin and you might not get it to squeeze the way you want it to be squeezed. As the food cook and the rice boil, right, you add more water. So I'm going to add in my red beans here now. Right, this will add some color. Now, if you want some additional color and flavor, Chinese sauce will be good here now. Everything out of the pot. So I'll be adding some Chinese sauce. Let me get it. So I will be adding like 2 tablespoons of Chinese sauce, because I don't want it to be dark. I want it to have like a light color. So everything in there. You can add carrot, you can add, as in this case, I have some poi callaloo, but this will be added until the pot is almost finished. I don't want it to boil in too much. Poi have a very strong flavor, so we don't want the cook-up to taste all poi. We just want a light taste of the poi. That's my reason for putting it at the end of when the food is finished cooking. So I just taste my cook-up here. I think it needs about a quarter tablespoon more of salt. Listen to me, it's better you put less and your food come out good rather than you put all at the same time and it's all salty and you can't eat the food. So I'm just going to add a little bit more water and cover and leave it to boil. There we go. You can go on washing your wares until a few minutes. Give it another turn and see how it's going. So. Now, it's very important to turn your food like every 5 minutes. Turn the cookup because not sticking to the bottom of the pot, and secondly, if you want your rice to be evenly cooked. And bear in mind, whatever heat you're using, your food will be cooked at different time, right? If you're using a pressure cooker, it'll be cooked faster. Rice cooker, same. In this case, I'm slow boiling mine on a stove, right? So every 5 minutes, give it a stir. Now, the Chinese spice I used earlier, it didn't have much in the pack. Now this is how big the pack is, a small pack of Chinese spice. I'm trying to get the amount in the packet. You can see it marked here. In this case, I will be using half of this amount, right? Chinese spice is a very good ingredient for cookup, my opinion. So I'm using half. Give it a stir. I like my cookup, the rice should be well cooked. So I will be adding a little bit more water. Another way you can know if your rice is well cooked, you take two of the rice from the spoon and you feel it, right? And if it mashed freely on your fingers, that means it's cooked. It's well cooked. If you feel a bit of grain, that means it needs a little bit more cooking. So mine need a little bit more cooking, so I'm adding a little bit more water. And I like my cookup to be a little bit of juice or a little bit of watery cookup. I don't want it dry. Okay. Now this is the point where I'm going to add my poi. Now these leaves will not be cutting up. I'm putting it whole into the pot. These are some organic poi from my garden. I tell you. I love to plant and I love to cook using my fresh produce. I'm just going to turn this in. Just want it to steam a little inside here, and that's it. Okay. Just level our pot here. Good. Cover, and I'm going to leave for 5 minutes, and then our cook up. Now this is after 5 minutes. Our cook up is done. Just turn off the stove. Give it another stir. A gentle stir. Good. And then in a few minutes we're going to plate. So this is our finished product. My delicious veggie cookup. Got some organic cabbage on the side, pepper sauce, Church's fried chicken, and a glass of Pepsi. Give it a try.